τελείωσαν οι κατηγορίες του belly dance και όπως βλέπετε η έκπληξη που σας είχαμε, η φοβερή, είναι ότι μαζί μου είναι ο Jason Roditis.
Έκπληξη!
Ο οποίος είναι και μέλος του διοικητικού μας, μάλλον το έχετε καταλάβει, πολύ τον ψηφίσατε, οπότε έχει μπει στο διοικητικό συμβούλιο και είναι μέλος μας. Έχουμε τη χαρά και την τιμή να τον έχουμε στην ομάδα μας και τον ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ γι' αυτό.
Εγώ ευχαριστώ.
Θα μας βοηθήσει και με τα αγγλικά τώρα, γιατί το επόμενο πάνελ, που είναι και αυτό διαφορετικό όπως και όλα τα άλλα, αλλαγμένο, είναι αγγλόφωνο. Και τι καλύτερο να έχουμε τον δικό μας άνθρωπο που μιλάει και πολύ καλά ελληνικά και άριστα αγγλικά. Οπότε θα μας βοηθήσει σε αυτό. Πριν περάσουμε σε αυτό, να μιλήσουμε λίγο και με τον πρόεδρό μας, τον Πάνο τον Κορμά. Πάνο, αν μας ακούς, να πούμε δύο λόγια. Να σας πω εδώ ότι ο Πάνος αυτή τη φοβερή δουλειά που βλέπετε, εκτός όλων των άλλων που κάνει, έχει κάνει και το μοντάζ των βίντεο όλου του διαγωνισμού και τον ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ γι' αυτό. Καλησπέρα, Πάνο.
Να είστε καλά. Καλησπέρα σε όλους. Εύχομαι να σας βρει αυτό το online competition πιο δυνατό από ποτέ, γιατί ήταν ένα έναυσμα να ξεκινήσουμε, να συνεχίσουμε να χορεύουμε, έστω και από το σπίτι, από τους εξωτερικούς χώρους. Και αυτό ήταν και εμένα που μου άρεσε πάρα πολύ. Θέλω να χαιρετήσω και το Latin Panel. Hello, Adjudicators. Hello, Tonia, Yvonne, Goran and Daria. To Michael, who is not here. Και ήθελα να πω ότι ουσιαστικά το IDTA στήριξε καθ' όλη τη διάρκεια του κορονοϊού, σε αυτή την κρίση της πανδημίας, το χορό, και για μένα ήταν το σημαντικότερο πράγμα. Θα ήθελα να πω ότι όλα τα παιδιά καταβάλαμε πολύ μεγάλες προσπάθειες. Κάναμε και το μοντάζ για να διευκολύνουμε τη σημερινή μέρα να έχει όσο καλύτερο ροή γίνεται. Και ένα μεγάλο ευχαριστώ στους γονείς που στηρίζουν τα παιδιά, στους σχολάρχες και στους δασκάλους, που επίσης σε αυτή τη δύσκολη περίοδο στήριξαν το χορό και τον διαγωνισμό. Αυτά από μένα.
Πάνο, θέλεις να τα πεις στα αγγλικά? Θες να πεις κάτι στα αγγλικά? Θέλεις να...
Θα πω και σε αυτές. Hello from Greece. I hope next time you will be here with us live in a proper competition. We welcome you to join us another time. I hope you had super fun marking our competitors and hope to see you again live.
Τέλεια,
Beautiful, beautiful English. Pano, you're ready for international δουλειές. Μπράβο, μπράβο.
Ωραία. Ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ τον πρόεδρό μας, λοιπόν, για όλα. Και να σας πω σε αυτό το σημείο ότι ο μόνος Κρήτης που δεν κατάφερε δυστυχώς σήμερα να είναι μαζί μας και κάποιες προσωπικές υποχρεώσεις είναι ο πολύ αγαπημένος Sandham, που είναι και μέλος του Διοικητικού Συμβουλίου του IDTA, αλλά έχει ένα βίντεο για μας που θα το δούμε αμέσως τώρα. Vitaliy, we can please watch the video of Michael. Και αν γίνεται να μας βοηθήσεις μετά με τη μετάφραση.
I'm sorry I'm unable to join you today on your live broadcast. I've really enjoyed adjudicating the third IDTA Greek area competition. The standard has been fantastic. Some of the competitions were really difficult to adjudicate as the standard was so even and all the competitors so good. I've loved some of the locations that the performances have been filmed in. They were fabulous to see those backgrounds. And I'd like to wish all the best to the competitors who took part, the winners, the finalists, the parents of the children, and also the coaches. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ τον Μάικλ για τα καλά του λόγια και τώρα θα δώσω τη σκητάλη στον Jason που θα μιλήσει και με όλους τους κριτές μας που είναι στα αγγλικά. Οπότε...
Ωραία. Πρώτα απ' όλα, ο Μάικλ μας είπε ότι του άρεσε πάρα πολύ όλη τη διαδικασία του IDTA Greek Area, το τρίτο το αγώνα. Ήταν δύσκολο να το κρίνει, γιατί το επίπεδο έχει ανέβει και ήσασταν πολύ κοντινοί σε επίπεδο. Άρα το βρήκε λίγο ένα challenge. Είχε τις δυσκολίες του να τα κρίνει. Του άρεσε πάρα πολύ που είχε διαφορετικά πλάνα πίσω από το χορευτή. Κάποιοι που ήταν σπίτι, κάποια που ήταν έξω, κάποια που ήταν σε μπαλκόνι, κάποια που ήταν σε εσωτερικούς χώρους. Ότι αυτή τη διαφορά λόγω συνθήκων και την πανδημία δεν μπορούμε να το ελέγξουμε. Είπε και επίσης συγχαρητήρια στα παιδιά που χορέψανε και μεγάλο συγχαρητήρια στις γονείς και προπονητές που στηρίζαν όλο αυτό. Όπως ξέρουμε όλοι, το online αγώνα είναι έναν τρόπο να κρατάμε την ψυχή του χορού και να στηρίζουμε τα παιδιά και να δώσουμε λίγο οξυγόνο μέχρι που μπορούμε να βρεθούμε από κοντά. Ο Μάικλ Sandham μας είπε συγχαρητήρια και ελπίζουμε ότι θα τον δούμε από κοντά κάποια στιγμή εδώ πέρα. Πάνω κάτω αυτό είπε. Πριν να τα έχει πει λίγο καλύτερα από μένα.
Συγχαρητήρια, τα είπες πολύ καλά. Χαίρομαι πολύ που είσαι εδώ, γιατί εγώ θα τα είχα ξεχάσει και εσύ τα θυμήθηκες όλα όσα είπε.
Ωραία. Τώρα πάμε στις κριτές που έχουμε εδώ πέρα. Ο κύριος Goran. Goran, are you there? Would you like to open your camera and your microphone? We'd like to speak with... Hey, Goran. Hey, how are you doing, man? Are you well?
Καλησπέρα, Ελλάδα.
Ωραία, Ελληνάρα.
Τι κάνετε, παιδιά?
Μπράβο, θες να τα κάνουμε στα ελληνικά?
Okay. Συγγνώμη, δεν κατάλαβα όλα.
Οκ, right. Κύριε Κρότημα, κυρίες και κύριοι, για τον κύριο Goran.
Μπράβο, Goran.
Okay.
Thank you.
You've been coming for many years to Greece and teaching, and
yes.
Have many students, and they appreciate your passion and your dedication. We appreciate you judging the competition today.
Thank you.
The IDTA. We'd like to know a little bit how you felt about the online experience. How did you feel about the competition?
First of all, I want to thank you for inviting me for this competition. Thank you for IDTA Greek area. It was really it was really nice for me. Actually, as you know, probably all of us, we never used this before. We never thought that we'll do that kind of competition, you know, in this way. But in last period, of course, we are trying to help. First of all, to help to the people because they are dedicated for this kind of dancing. They still alive. They still dancing. It's visible now. Then people using really still they have passion for this. So. In that way, I was excited to enjoy this competition. Then, like you said, honestly, I was many years in Greece and coming very often. I have like lifetime friends there, so I'm hardly wait to see them. On that way, I already like know the situation. On that way, then I know that people like to dance. Really, Greek people like to dance. So I'm happy to see so many girls, so many Croatia there. They enjoy on unbelievable conditions anyway. You know, in the apartments, in the balconies, on the beach. But on other way, really good level, really good, honestly good level. You know, some like Michael said, some competitions were not that easy to judge. I mean, for us it's easy because we have experience. Anyway, it's better when you have a quite good level. Then really you can choose. Sometimes it's not that easy to choose when you have bad levels. So it was really some categories good levels. So the girls they had to know then it was could be the results could be like this or like this, but this is competition. So the most important is then we still moving, we still going, we are hardly wait to see each other. So for me it was really nice, really nice.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Goran. Do you have anything that you'd like to ask Goran? I mean, he speaks he's Greek.
I can understand a little bit. So you can try. I want to practice.
No, I just want to say ένα μεγάλο ευχαριστώ. Ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ.
Εγώ ευχαριστώ.
Κάπου είπες, ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ.
Μπράβο. Ευχαριστούμε, Goran. Thank you very much. We appreciate the time that you put in to judge all of our competitors, and hopefully we look forward to seeing you for real at some point at one of our competitions in the future. So thank you very much.
So. Thank you, guys.
we would like now to move on to, who should we speak to next? Elia. Let's travel from Goran all the way to England. Shall we speak with England? Our one and only Yvonne Saunders. Yvonne, are you there in England? I feel like it's Eurovision. And we're now going to England for England's marks for, okay, 0 point. Unfortunately, Yvonne, England didn't do so great in the Eurovision this year. But it's one thing, the Eurovision, another thing, the IDTA Greek area. Welcome, Yvonne. Welcome.
Hi.
Thank you.
Can you hear me? Okay. Yes. Well, Kalimera.
Wow. Very well done. Great.
That's all I know, more or less. But anyway, very nice to see you both, Elia and Jason as well, and all the others. It was a great honour to judge the 3rd Greek area competition. And also sort of, obviously, it was a bit strange because obviously we didn't sort of weren't able to meet the other judges and that, but obviously we can see them now. So I thought the competition was of a very high standard, and especially difficult for them dancing, the girls, and there were a couple of boys, I think, also dancing, but to dance on their own. And I think that's a great credit, I think, as Michael said earlier, to the choreographers, to the teachers to make the choreography, because dancing on their own is slightly different than dancing obviously with their partner, and I think that's very noticeable in some of the actions, notably I think their arm actions, because obviously if they were dancing with a partner they wouldn't be perhaps using those actions perhaps, and especially their arms, in the same way, because there would be more connection with the partner. But I think that was the very noticeable thing for me, is sort of the very good expression that they gave through their using their arms in a way that possibly they wouldn't be able to use if they were dancing as a couple.
I'd like to ask just a quick question, Yvonne, and
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of our competitors and teachers and parents who are watching would like to hear your opinion. As a judge, obviously, when we judge competitions, we're judging various levels of competition. So some competitions that have beginners, other competitions that have advanced dancers.
Yeah.
In general, what would be your advice to our first of all, our beginner competitors? Where should they really focus their practice, their training to better impress you as a judge when you're judging them, for example, as beginners? I think that sometimes there can be a little bit of confusion what it is they should be or could be presenting to the judges. But it'd be very interesting to hear what you would have.
I think judging this competition, because it's quite difficult in a way, because they weren't all dancing on the same type of surface. Right. I mean, sort of, some were obviously lucky they were actually dancing in a studio, so obviously on a studio floor, a wooden floor. But there and again, there was other examples where they were dancing sort of in their garden or in their driveway, and therefore on concrete. And there was another occasion, I think there was a young lady dancing, and it looked as though she was dancing on AstroTurf. And that's very difficult, because you know, you've got to give credit for the children or the competitors for actually trying to dance on such various different sort of surfaces, you know, or even on balconies. I think as regards some of them were very sort of, they connected with the camera and being filmed. Others, they weren't quite so connected. And I think when you're dancing, you need to show expression through their face a little bit more. And so technically it's sometimes difficult because the surface wasn't sort of, in a sense, the same for everyone. So therefore, in a sense, sometimes the foot action, which is something that I'm quite strong about, being technically minded, as Jason knows only too well, that it's very difficult if someone's got to try to do the right foot actions and it's not the normal type of floor that in situation that they're dancing on. But I think in this type of competition where they're dancing in various places, areas, I think they've got to concentrate a little bit more on making a connection and looking as though they're enjoying it a little bit more, which is a little bit, you know, sort of different from, say, dancing where I've been and judged many times in Athens when you've had the big competitions. So, I mean, in general, it's when they're younger, they got to try to use their feet a little bit more and start to develop their action. But I think in these circumstances, that's very sort of sometimes difficult to do because they weren't dancing on the same surface. But I think they really need to have a little bit more interaction and look as though they're enjoying it, and that feels yes, you know, and then you really make a and in that view you make a connection with that person that's dancing. If they're looking downwards all the time, and that's very sometimes difficult. It doesn't sort of, I don't know, you can't make that connection. And when you're judging on a camera or looking at a video, that's what I want to feel, is a connection with the competitor.
Yeah, well, I'd like to just share with everybody how many years you've been coming to Greece, but also that Tonia and I, when we were in our prime of our dance career, and we were doing very well in England, Walter Laird, who was one of our teachers, who everybody knows wrote the book, suggested that we actually work with Yvonne when it was time for us to take our professional examination. So we know only too well how technical and how specific Yvonne likes to be with her work. So I think that, again, I'd like to reiterate for all of our competitors that the judges did take into account that you were all, as Yvonne mentioned, that you were all on different surfaces, and that didn't affect the overall result. They're professional judges, and they are very clear about how and why and how to bring the playing field level for everyone. So Yvonne, thank you very, very much. We do look forward to welcoming you back to Greece in person.
Can I just say one thing, that the weather in England just recently, when I started judging this, has been, for this month, it's been horrible. It's been raining, it's been very cold. A little of the exception over the last 2 days, it's been warmer. What was also wonderful to see was where some of these lovely competitors were actually dancing. And I thought, oh, there is sun, it does exist, and there was sea and there was beaches, and the backgrounds on some of the videos were so sort of heartwarming, and it made you feel good. You say, yes, there is something. And I sincerely hope that very soon that this terrible crisis that we've been going through throughout the world and will be sort of in the past, and that we can all get together and be able to sort of continue dancing as we know. So good luck to everyone for continuing to dance. I think everybody took really, you know, everyone who took part in the competition, they really tried really hard. And it was quite difficult, I think, as Goran spoke, and also Michael, to actually to judge it, because the standard was very high, considering the situation that that they were actually dancing in. So wonderful to see you all, and hope to see you in Greece at some time in the future.
Thank you very much, Yvonne. Thank you very, very much,
you.
Yvonne. It's always a pleasure. And Greece holds a very special place for Yvonne Saunders in our hearts. So thank you very much. And from England, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to travel all the way to Hong Kong and to our wonderful Daria. Daria, are you there? Can you join? I know it's very late in Hong Kong.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Yeah, it's not late. It's only 8 o'clock, so it's good. It's a perfect time.
Yeah, in Greece, people haven't even started going out at 8 o'clock. It's very,
yes. Yeah, because it's Sunday. Also for us, it was quite a lazy Sunday, but
yes. Yeah. I mean, Hong Kong is a great city. I mean,
great. Yes, you can have everything in Hong Kong.
15 years of my life was my second home was Hong Kong.
Really?
Oh, yes, yes. I was the first wave of professionals who went to Hong Kong.
Wow, nice. Just the weather, it's of course, it's too hot here. But all other things, it's so easy. It's available. Everything is available here so fast like this. So yeah, Hong Kong in a way, it's beautiful.
Lovely. And most of the dancers in Hong Kong now are either Italian or Russian or...
Now mostly Italian. So.
Right. We're very thankful that you came on and judged for us here at the IDTA.
Thank you also for inviting me. Thank you.
We've seen you at various different projects and online events here in Greece over the last few months. So it's nice to see you having more and more to do with the Greek dance industry. We'd just like to ask you, do you have any specific message for our competitors? You know, obviously, the IDTA stands for learning the basic fundamentals. And sometimes, as a judge myself, and as we are all judges and professional dancers, sometimes we see the competitors confused as to what it is they should be or could be focusing on. What do you like to look for in a competition as a judge, in general, not specifically online? But what message do you have for our competitors? Where should they be focusing their concentration?
Of course, online competition, it's huge difference than live competition. Because in live competition, you have all the energy, you receive the energy, you receive the emotions. And that in the video, of course, when we make even our video dancing, it's completely different. So you need to see other things when you watch the video. But still, I could feel the energy from these young dancers that they were so inspired and hungry just to go there and do something. Because for a long time we were locked down and we didn't have any possibilities to dance. So that was thanks to you that you organized this, and it was a nice opportunity for everyone to start doing something. And I think the best would be, for my principles, the technique is the most important in all dancers. It's like dance without technique is like a tree without roots, I would say. So you can find always yourself. You need to learn, you need to experience, you need always, when you get the new information, you need to get it and always try and get inspired and be hungry, stay hungry, love what you do. But the technical principle, the roots, it's always should be the priority in everyone, in all the dancers. So that is my opinion, and I would like to share it with the young dancers and just tell them that is very important.
Look, I'm actually, my role right now is like a fisherman, and I was fishing for you to actually say that. So thank you very much for biting. Yeah, we'd like to encourage all of our members and all the kids who take part in these competitions as judges. And as Daria said, and as Yvonne said, and as Goran said, you know, at the end of the day, we want to see that the structure of your dance is based in simple yes. Principles of beauty, balance, line, movement, rhythm, these simple things. Don't get too caught up with the choreographical image.
Yes.
So Daria, thank you very, very much.
Thank you. I remember, yes, that I was actually saw so many people that had a complicated choreography that I liked more the one that were more clean and had nice lines. So I was going for it. Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to get that. Thank you. That was exactly what we were looking for, because if we say it, it just sounds like it's, but when you say it, you're the one that's been getting it.
Yes. So, I hope it's helpful everyone. Yes. Thank you.
That's exactly what we were looking for. So Daria, thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much.
We look forward to possibly seeing you in person here in Greece at some point. And we appreciate you being online all the way from Hong Kong. Wow, how lucky. Πόσο τυχεροί είμαστε εδώ στην Ελλάδα. Έχουμε από την Αγγλία, έχουμε από τη Hong Kong, έχουμε τον Goran που είναι... Goran, εντάξει, Σερβία. Ναι, Σερβία.
Σερβία, Βελιγράδι, Σερβία.
Μπράβο. Άρα, international judges. So, Daria, thank you very much. And
thank you so much. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Daria.
Thank you, Daria.
And now we come to the final, the last, but not the least, and a previous IDTA Greek area president, if I am not mistaken, and chairperson, chairwoman. And she was also the partner of the very handsome and talented Jason Roditis. Tonia Kosovich, we are honored, and it's our pleasure to invite you here to judge our competition, and really it is. And ladies and gentlemen, without Tonia Kosovich, the Greek area, the IDTA Greek area would not be what it is. Actually, it may not even exist. So Tonia, big thank you on behalf of all of our members, on behalf of all the kids, for the work that you've done in the past. And from the work that you've done in the past, we'd like to move straight on to the work that you did for this competition, and just get your overall impression of the competition, and maybe
Can I say hello?
What you look for as a judge, and your advice to our students.
Kalispera Sas.
Γεια σου, Tonia.
It's very nice to see you all. Yvonne, I see that you got the memo. We're wearing green today.
I know, we're both in green.
Okay, firstly, thank you very much to the IDTA area for inviting me to judge. I did do all of my judging whilst I was in the United States, in Las Vegas. So it was a great pleasure to knowing that I was coming to Greece to be here for this event today, and seeing the videos with the sea in the background and the sunshine. It was really wonderful to be able to adjudicate. And I did show some of the videos to some colleagues to say, look what I'm judging, look where they're dancing. And everyone was so jealous, so jealous. So that was wonderful. Okay, so Jason, what is your first question for moi?
So,
exactly.
First of all, as maybe people don't actually understand and don't realize, but Tonia judged the event while in the United States, and she is now here in Greece. So we're very lucky, and things will be happening. We might talk about those in a moment. But first of all, Tonia, we'd like to get your overall experience. What was your impression of the kids, the competition? Your opinion on how it went.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it was excellent. Number one, I think I enjoyed the enthusiasm by everybody, and I know it's the same feeling all over the world. People are so eager to dance, and I love the way they push their furniture to the side in their living rooms, and they get all dressed up like they're about to walk on the floor in a stadium, and they give us their heart and soul while they're dancing. So it was really, really wonderful. Yeah, obviously it's difficult when you're judging online in one respect, but then we had the luxury of being able to go back when you weren't really sure, I was watching a couple of the videos over and over going, okay. As the other judges said, in a few of the categories, the level was very, very even along the playing field. So then we had to go back and think, who's giving me more? Who's paying attention to the little details? Who's putting their soul in there more, which tipped the marking and made that a little bit easier. But in a competition live, we might not have had that if you didn't have so many rounds in your performance, because as you go along, if you've got 3 rounds, your first to your second, and then your final, by the final, you're at your optimum and you've got everything switched on. But when you're doing it like online like this, you know, you don't have a chance to make it better. You know, you've got one video and we're just evaluating that one time.
That's a very good point that Tonia made, is that when we're judging in a live competition, we have a number of competitors on the floor at the same time. So we have a minute or a minute 30 of music, and literally by the time the judge has to look at the card and look at the couple, each couple may only get a few seconds of our attention. And that's why we're professional judges. We can see, as Tonia likes to say, I can evaluate a couple in very short time, as we've been trained to do so. But the beauty about this competition, as Tonia just said, is that we get to watch your whole performance. From the beginning of your dance to the end of your dance, the judge gets to appreciate your performance. So that's a positive thing. Και τα παιδιά που είσαστε σπίτι, αυτό που είπε η Tonia, είναι ότι σε αγώνα κανονικά, ζωντανό αγώνα, ο κριτής μπορεί να έχει δευτεράλεπτα να σας δει και να χάσει το περισσότερο κομμάτι από την κορεγραφία σας. Αλλά εδώ, στο online, ο κριτής βλέπει όλο το χορό σου, από την αρχή μέχρι τέλος. Οποίο αυτό δεν γίνεται σε ζωντανό περιβάλλον. Επίσης, η Tonia είπε ότι, και όπως είπαν και οι άλλες κριτές, ότι αντί να ήταν πρόβλημα που κάποια ήταν σε μπαλκόνια, κάποιο ήταν σε εσωτερικούς χώρους, κάποια ήταν σε εξωτερικούς χώρους, παρά να ήταν πρόβλημα, ήταν ωραίο και το πήραν αυτό σαν θετικό, όχι σαν αρνητικό. Δεν κρίνεται μεταξύ τους το έξω και τις κριτές το πήρανε στο νου τους ότι το χορευτικό το κομμάτι ήταν αυτό που κρίνανε. So Tonia, just explain a little bit what you and
κατάλαβα.
Any message or advice for what you look for?
Always. Panda. Okay, so I just made some notes. Okay, the difference between when you were showing us your closed choreography as opposed to the ones that danced the open. So when you showed us your closed choreography, we saw the attention to the details of your foot, your leg, your body action. When you danced your open, it was all about the arms, and everything down below went a little bit kind of crazy and it became more untidy. And as Daria said, she appreciated the choreography that was more closed because it was more attractive, easier on the eye. So that was the biggest thing. I thought, you know, you have to find a balance. When you're dancing your closed choreography, it should be delivered with all the pizzazz of your open and not focused purely just on the leg action and things like this. You've got to find that you're presenting it.
Να το πω τώρα στα ελληνικά για τα παιδιά. I'll just say what you just said in Greek, and then you want to say something else, we'll give you another chance. Tonia είπε τώρα ότι στις κλειστές κατηγορίες, τα πολύ βασικά, είδε ότι υπήρχε τη λεπτομέρεια για τα πόδια, για την στάση σώματος, για το κράτημα. Υπήρχε ποιότητα και υπήρχε λεπτομέρεια. Όμως, στις ανοιχτές κατηγορίες συμβιβάστηκαν όλα αυτές τις λεπτομέρειες. Λόγω του ενθουσιασμός και τη θέληση να το κάνεις λίγο πιο έκπληξη, και ότι είπε η Tonia ότι χρειάζεται ισορροπία, πως τις κλειστές κατηγορίες που σκέφτεσαι και προσέχετε τις λεπτομέρειες, επίσης πρέπει να το χορέψετε με τη κέφη που θα έχεις στο ανοιχτό κατηγορία, χωρίς να συμβιβαστείτε στις αρχές, και επίσης στη ανοιχτή κατηγορία να κάνεις τις χορηγραφίες σας με το κέφι που το θες, αλλά να κρατάτε την ποιότητα της αρχές. Δεν μπορείς να πετάς το ένα για τον άλλο. Και αυτό δουλεύει και είναι διπλός ο δρόμος. Okay. Tonia, excellent point. And I think I kind of said it okay in Greek.
Look, and for me, that was the biggest thing within judging this event. And I just wanted to again stress the importance of the IDTA syllabus, because number one, if we didn't have a syllabus, an international syllabus, we wouldn't be able to have an event like this, that no matter where you are competing from around the world, when you're entering into a category for your age group, you're dancing against other children, young ladies who are doing exactly and learning the same step patterns, the same techniques. So if we didn't have that, we wouldn't know what we would be judging. We'd be getting all kinds of choreography, you know, so to be blessed by that. And the importance, I call it the Bible of dance, the IDTA syllabus, because without an understanding of the foundation, you have no way of growing from somewhere. As Daria said, and it's like, I use this, you look at a plant and everybody sees the beautiful leaves and the flowers, but they don't take a look at how did this plant grow into such luscious flowers and colorful and beautiful, strong leaves and petals. It's the planting, the watering, and the taking care at that under the surface level to which something very, very strong will have longevity in your future. So the path to becoming a successful dancer is your foundation. And that's why the IDTA syllabus is the Bible to someone like me who's danced for 100 years. And I still have to look at the book.
Tonia, δεν είναι 100 χρόνια που χορεύει.
Αυτό.
Είναι 105 χρόνια που χορεύει.
Ναι, καλά.
Τα 100 τα έχουμε χορέψει μαζί. Λοιπόν, παιδιά, αυτό που είπε η κυρία Tonia τώρα είναι ότι το syllabus του IDTA έχει τόσο σημασία, γιατί χωρίς τις αρχές δεν θα φτιάξετε τη βάση για να μπορείτε να φτάσετε σε αυτό το εικόνα, αυτό το ωραίο λουλουδάτο αποτέλεσμα στο χορό σας. Και θα προσθέσω και εγώ κάτι σε αυτό που είπε και η Daria και η Tonia και η Yvonne και ο Goran, ότι τις άρεσαν αρκετά πιο πολύ το πιο απλό χορηγραφία που φάνηκε τις αρχές με ποιότητα, παρά το περίπλοκο χορηγραφία που ήταν συμβιβασμένα τώρα την ποιότητα. Και θα σας πω και κάτι άλλο. Όταν όλοι μας χορεύουμε το ίδιο βήμα σε αγώνα, ας πούμε, άμα όλοι χορεύουμε τον ίδιο βήμα στον αγώνα, τον ίδιο βήμα, η ίδια χορηγραφία, ποιος κερδίζει? Αυτός που έχει το περισσότερο ποιότητα. Ποιότητα, ναι. Άμα η ποιότητα είναι ισοπαλία σε όλους τους αγωνιζόμενους, πάμε μετά στο κέφι, στην artistic έκφραση. Αλλά τη ποιότητα της κίνησης, ποιότητα ρυθμό, ποιότητα της αρχές, αυτόν που έχει την καλύτερη ποιότητα κερδίζει. Να το κρατάμε στο νου μας για το μέλλον και να δουλεύουμε στα απλά, όσο βαρετό νομίζετε ότι θα είναι. So Tonia and Daria, Yvonne and Goran, I've just said to our viewers and our dancers, our competitors who are online, that you know, the beautiful thing about syllabus, as Tonia said, is that no matter where we are, if we're all dancing this fundamentally the same steps, these basic fundamental basic figures, that gives us a chance to work on the quality of what we do. And I think that the one thing that all the judges have told us today is that we're judging quality over raw pizzazz and raw enthusiasm. When the quality is of an equal level, then I think it moves on to, you know, enthusiasm and the performance aspect. However, don't be too quick to move away from your basic fundamentals. And that was our message from all of our judges. And as they say, Nureyev and Baryshnikov and the greatest ballerinas and contemporary dancers and Latin dancers in the world practice their basic fundamentals almost every day for their whole life. It's not something you learn and forget.
That's correct.
So, Elia, I think we've been very fortunate not only to have our judges judge our dancers, but we've been very fortunate to have a few comments from our judges today to get an idea from each one of them what they're looking for. And I think that this has been a very positive effect for our competitors and our IDTA members here in Greece. Θα θέλετε να πείτε εσείς κάτι, να έχω ξεχάσει κάτι για τα μέλη που είναι...
Είμαστε πολύ τυχεροί που σε έχουμε εδώ, τα έχεις πει εκπληκτικά, η μετάφραση είναι εξαιρετική.
Εντάξει, με τον τρόπο μου, ξέρεις.
Με τον τρόπο σου τον πολύ ωραίο.
Εντάξει. Ωραία. So, we have anything else we want to say to our judges at the moment? Nothing?
A big thank you.
Great, excellent.
We love you all. Thank you so much. Such a great honor for us to have you in our competition, judging it.
Oh, you say it so well. Judges, and to our president, Panos, who thanked you all very much with his wonderful English earlier on. Thank you very much for being with us right now. And we're going to move on now to...
Cha-cha-cha.
Cha-cha-cha. The third one's a slow, darling. So, moving right along, I'll give it back to Elia, and Elia's going to be in touch with our Vitaliy, and we'll continue with our competition judges. Thank you very much. Have a lovely afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. Kisses from Greece.
Thank you so much.
Bye.